What's going on, Legend fam? It's your boy Majin. I'm going to be covering Super Saiyan 3 Goku on here, as he is the headliner for part two of this fourth anniversary. Let's go ahead and check him out.
俺は
Now
悟
I've
空で
got
も
him
ベ
at
ジータでもない
not super high at all.
俺は貴様を倒すもの
Got
だ
a 7-star, which I've used him quite a bit in PvP with the Hero Tapion. I do like his kit, but let's go over it. Now, of course, just like Hero Tapion, he is a strike-based unit. That's what he's strong at. The stats are pretty decent, not too bad. And his episode or his tag is Sagas from the Movie, Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3, and Sun Family. So, outside of using them on like leader slot, I think Saiyan and Sun Family, and of course Sagas from the Movie. That Sagas from the Movie, I think, has probably one of the best fits for him. Now, Sun Family or Saiyan, yeah. I mean, I haven't really got into it yet too much, too deep in team building for those, but for the Sagas from movies, I have. He ramps up, and with his unique gauge on top of that, that's what's really solid. And you build that up with his blue card, you can do some massive damage. So let's look at his arts. Nothing special about the strikes or blast, but his Super Dragon Meteor deals massive impact damage to plus 20% to special move damage, inflicts for 10 timer counts upon activation, cancels on attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions on hit. Blast armor when charging forward. So we do have the blast armor, which, I mean, that's pretty much common in the newer kits now and the newer units. If you don't have blast armor, I mean, I think you're hurting a lot. So yeah, that should have been given anyways. That's so amazing. That's great and all that. So it's really needed in today's meta and in today's game playing. If you don't have it, you're at a disadvantage. Inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 timer counts upon activation of this character's unique gauge is full. So you're sealing them up with no switching. 3 timer counts ain't long, but it might be enough to. It's enough to start your combos and throw that one in there. So Enraged Fighting Spirit, you draws a special arts card next, restores own key by 40, plus 25% the damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, restores own health by 10% if the character's unique gauge is full. Now, this is something that I have seen and I have used in PvP. It can do all that, but restore health, obviously, if the gauge is not full. So we have to pay attention to that small, unique gauge to make sure it is full. And I've had them before. I've had a couple of the green arts cards or green cards on me when I need it the most. Double it up. I'm getting 20% because at that point my unique gauge is full, and it does help out a lot. Now, doesn't really say in here, but yeah, pretty much each time you throw a card, whether it be strike or blast, I mean, it's building that gauge up too, the health gauge up, and that's very beneficial. I mean, that's very unique. I like it. I like the ramping of that. Let's go into the ability. The main ability randomly destroys one of your own cards, draws the ultimate art card Dragon Fist next, restores own health by 30 and ki by 50. Now see, him and the Hero Tapion main ability, they're both building up own health, restores own health. See, he builds up his own health by 30, while Hero Tapion builds up his and the benches by 25%. So that you could stack that. I mean, you're giving over technically, theoretically, if you have them both and using the main on both of them, you're getting 55%. That is something very major. That is very good, in my opinion. Plus 30% of damage inflicted for 30 timer counts, increases own arch card speed by 1 level for 15 counts. The following additional effects occur if the character's gauge is full: restores own vanishing gauge by 100, reduces the vanishing gauge, the enemy's vanishing gauge to 0. That's great. Because then, especially like MUI, because if he's with his unique, he's gonna slip through you, and you gotta be really patient with him. So if you're able to hit your main on him, and start a combo, that's gonna help out tremendously in the battle in your PvP, and that's gonna be able, because technically you could possibly one shot him. I've done it, so it like I said, it ramps up. It does some really solid and good damage. Requirements of 25 timer counts must lapse, which that's no big deal. I mean, because depending on if I mean, because I'm not going to hit my main ability under 20 counts anyway, so that's not a big deal. Plus, I'm ramping his unique gauge up, so I'm gonna need some time to get a combo or two in, so I can ramp that up. His Z ability is +2 to strikes arts damage inflicted by Sun Family, and 30% to Sun Family episode sagas from the movie or tag Saiyan base strike and blast attacks during battle. 2% to strike arts damage doesn't seem a lot, but it adds. It definitely adds. So I take it. This is a solid unit here. Applies the following effects when self battle starts. Excuse me. This is really late for me. Plus 90% of damage inflicted cannot be canceled. Reduces damage received by 60, cannot be canceled. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level, cannot be canceled. -5 to strike arts card, cannot be canceled. That's good. That's good. That could possibly ramp up getting a couple extra combos in that combo in itself. So that could be a change in events that would benefit you heavily, because I mean, if you're getting a couple more cards in your combo, that can be enough to wipe that one character out if they don't swap it. Applies the following effect to when this character enters the battlefield: restores ki by 30, plus 30% of damage inflicted, cannot be stacked. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemy special actions that activates when changing cover for 10 cover counts, and you can activate that twice. Charges own unique gauge by 100% when character uses a strike or blast arts card if there are 2 defeated battle members. Yeah, I've been in that situation with him, being 3v1 and coming out with a win. I can't do that with a lot of characters, a lot of the units. He is that one. He's the one hit to make that grand slam. He can take care of business when it needs to, especially if he's the last man standing. So that's he is a last man standing unit, in my opinion. Yes, he's only came out for a few days, but I think he is one of those guys. Knocks enemies back at long range if cover changes performed against their strike arts card. The special move arts applies to the following effects when self time for this character uses a strike or blast arts card, restores health by 3. Like I was saying, each time he uses an arts card, strike or blast, he's restoring health. 3% adds up. So if you've gotten 5 cards in, that's 15%. I mean, it's not quite like a regen unit and all that where they automatically build their health back up. But this actually does help out quite a bit. It saved me before. So he restores ki by 5 plus 10% damage inflicted for 10 timer counts plus 5 to ultimate damage inflicted. Activates 6 times. Cannot be canceled. Slightly charges own unique gauge every time this character uses a blast or strike arts card while on the battlefield. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. Restores health by 20. Enhances special arts card. Enhances special card. Enhances ultimate cards. Enhances main abilities. Yeah, he's one of these units. I think he's going to be a top 5 unit. If not top 3. Of course, we've got, like I said before, 17, 18. They're in the God tier. But I think we could put him in it, possibly in it. I think we could put him in a Z tier, right beside MUI. It's a little early to tell if he's better than MUI, but his kit is what he has in his kit and his abilities. He has the ability to supersede MUI, in my opinion. I mean, there's 2 sides of the coin, though. So, I mean, it can go either way. There's going to be the argument that MUI is better. Some are going to say Ss3 Goku is better. It's in your play style, what you like in your units and all that. So that's all opinion. So, but I mean, he is a green unit. Green units are not awful by any means right now, even though the meta is red. Just like 17, 18 MUI. But he holds his own. He's a strike damage dealer, a heavy damage dealer. I like him. I like him a lot. I've got MUI, and I have him. Now, I do have him at 7 stars when my MUI is not up there, up to 7 yet. MUI, you can play very passive. With this character, you can go aggressive if you want. You can play passive if you want. He has that ability, to do that big damage when you need to. So, I'm a big fan of him right now. I wasn't really too hype on him when we first was told during the reveals that he was coming out. I wasn't really sold on it, but with him and Tapion, yeah, this is definitely my team, no doubt. Really good kid here. TOP. Start a battle, 80% the damage inflicted cannot be canceled. Minus 20% the damage received cannot be canceled. Plus 80% the key recovery cannot be canceled. Start a first turn, activate special action self. Plus 30% to special move damage inflicted cannot be canceled. Plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted cannot be canceled on strike or blast arts. Attack self plus 10% to damage inflicted for 1 turn. Plus 10% damage inflicted cannot be canceled. Before receiving a strike arts attack, health is 35% or lower. Allies in range performs a cover change and nullifies attack. After receiving an attack, own health is 60% or lower. Self restores health by 4%. See, I don't like the whole own health is 60% or lower. I don't like that on that. But when he can do this, I think it should have been way higher or just in general. But, eh. So he restores health by 4, and he can only activate that one time. Plus 25% to special moves gauge activates once. Upgrade special move arts card activate once, and the ability is the same as your regular stat. So in the day, yeah, he is a really good unit. He's in. He it's not the meta, but he's up in there. He is, like I said, a heavy strike hitter. Pair him with, say, like for me, I've got Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Hero Tapion, which is the yellow, so I got that green and yellow synergy. And then I throw in Ultra Gogeta, which is a blue card. So I got my green, blue, yellow. And I've been running PvP pretty well with them. I've had some issues here and there learning on them, but like I said, between him and Tapion, they're both strike hitters. Get your equipments based on strike, building up that strike heavily. I think you can have a really solid team. I think they're an amazing team. Until then, I was running Fusion until I got these guys. And yeah, they've changed my whole team format right now. So, what's y'all's opinion? What do y'all think about this? Like I said in my last video, either message down below, DM me, let me know what you think, let me know what you would like, what y'all would like to see, and I will get back with all y'all as soon as I can, best I can. If I skip y'all, I apologize, but I'll do my best to get a whole, to respond to every one of y'all, to make some videos that y'all want to see, because y'all are what matters, and if that's what you want to see, we'll see what we can do about it. And especially if I got the units and all that. If I don't, ain't nothing I can do about that. But y'all just let me know. Until next time, peace.